today we're talking about linking sections in Schoology. And when you link a section, that means you have similar classes. So for example, at the middle school level, we have teachers that teach the same section but multiple times a day. So for example, we're looking at a PE class, and we are going to link the sections of PE by grade level. So how I do that is I go to my courses, and I'm going to find two similar sections. And so I went into this section first. It was originally called PE6 2A. I did a grade setup. You always want to do this first about what the category is, because then that transfers over to the other sections that you link it with. So I did that first. Now, I'm more careful than most with courses and linking sections because I want to make sure it works fine. Schoology is pretty foolproof in how it's built that you're not able to link sections that aren't the same. So for example, I have multiple sections of 6th grade PE showing. They're for all 4 quarters. So before I did this, I went in and I looked at 2A for quarter 1, and I found the 3A equivalent. So that's 2 periods, 2nd period and 3rd period of 6th grade PE. So I would link those two together. And I checked with the members list on Schoology as well as the members list in PowerSchool. So I'll show you where that is. I'm not going to go into that because it's student information. But I checked here for that members list in Schoology as well as my student schedule and the student roster for period 3, 1st quarter, and made sure they matched up before I ever decided on linking these sections together, just to make sure I had the right one. So I would go to the one I set up my grade setup for. I know I set it up here and under quarter 1, PE6, and I would hit the gear, and I would select link existing sections. Now, this is where Schoology is foolproof. If you see all these other 2As and all these other 3As, I'm only able to select one for quarter 1. So that matches my quarter 1 and my 3A. I select next, and then you have to download your grades for this, because it would, if you were doing this mid-quarter, mid-semester, it would mess with things a little bit. So you would want to do that. I just select standard CSV and download. It's not something I need right now. I have no grades in this class. So these are the materials that everything will be copied over if I had more in there. So for example, the grade setup, materials, course profile, all those things, if I had them established, they would go through. That's why I did the grade setup ahead of time. And I select link sections. Now these two are linked. So if I wanted to do the same thing for the rest of the year for the different quarters, I would go through and do that as well. So that is how, and I'm going to do one more for you. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to set up the grade setup first. I'm going to add a category. Oops, I want to make sure I add the correct category based on my grade book. They should match together. And I'm going to save changes. Then I'm going to get out of this, go back to my courses. I would have matched ahead of time. I'm not going to do that for you, just for student confidentiality. I'm going to select the year. I'm going to link existing sections. And just as before, it's kind of foolproof. I've matched ahead of time, but these two match up together based on the members and the students. And also, it does really help that they're built by quarters. I select next. I download my standard CSV. And I link the sections together. So now this would have quarter 1 and quarter 2. And if I want to be fancy and I want to name my sections so that I know it's quarter 1 and quarter 2, I would go to Edit Info. And I would name this 2nd period, quarter 2, and 3rd period, quarter 3. And that's just a naming system for me so that I know which period is which. So that's how you link sections in Schoology.